Hey guys, Thomas here again, bringing you another video. And no, I'm not taking another 6-month hiatus anytime soon, but I'll get into that a little bit later in the commentary. Today I wanted to talk about something besides Halo 5 for a while. And today I want to talk about sales. We all know them, and we all love them, especially if you're a Steam user. We all know when the summertime comes, then we know we're going to get some great deals. Usually games that we'll never play, but sometimes we'll get a good game marked down by 50 or 25%. And of course we're going to buy it. But no matter what, we always seem to enjoy the games we get for a few minutes. And today I want to talk about longevity of games besides sales. But when a sale starts, you think, oh man, I'm going to get a good deal. Well, with basic economics, this usually happens when they ramp up the price for a while, then they cut it back to its original and say it's a sale. But on Steam, they kind of don't do that. They just drop the price anyways. And that's why we're all so loving of it. But when Xbox does it, for a while, it will be kind of decent. And then before the sale closes out, they'll drop the prices incredibly low. Like, as of uploading this video, Payday 2, the Crime Wave edition, is only $12 on the Xbox store. And it's only $12 for a game that has all the DLC, including No Mercy, which is a prequel to Left 4 Dead. And I think most of us know Left 4 Dead. But besides that, really, the deals this month haven't been really good on Xbox. If you're a PS4 or PC elitist, slick back your hair and just comb your neck beard, because this is gonna blow your fucking mind. Unlike PlayStation, we actually get decent free games. And this is why I think the sales are less than lackluster. They're kind of good, but also very bad. We got The Taken King for $20. Who wants The Taken King when a new DLC is coming out around the corner and make Taken King no longer useful? I got Destiny at launch for $60 and was disappointed when I heard that most of the content is now going to be obtainable through paid DLC, and they re-released the game almost a year later for $60. This seems like most people would be fine with it if they got it a year later instead of buying it firsthand like I did. That basically means the longer players get fucked over. They kind of take a back seat to the people who paid money. And yeah, it should be that way, but it shouldn't. You should reward people for loyalty instead of, hey, you spent $60 at the right time. Good for you. And that's the slog of, oh yeah, pre-order this game, you get a bonus, and then later, hey, you can get the season pass for $20, and then 2 DLCs come out, and then you're like, hey, you can get the DLC for $30, and more recently, hey, you can get the DLC for $50. If that sounds familiar, and you know the name of the game, write in the comments below. But with more DLC approaching, I guess they want to put a higher price on it. They want to go, alright, so you got this many DLCs right now in our pocket, how about we raise the price? And this is where our two subjects are going to interconnect. I think when a sale goes on, DLC should be slashed by a certain price. I don't know how much, but I think depending on the game's age and the quality of the DLC, the price should be slashed, at least some. Or at least make it so that if you're a player who has a good majority of the DLC can buy the season pass for cheaper. You know, because it shows, hey, you got a majority of the DLC already. How about you get the rest for like $20? And that seems reasonable after you spent like $30 on the DLC. And yeah, you're going to say, wow, Tom, why'd you spend $30 on video game DLC? And this is going to be hard for me to explain. I actually enjoy the game, and I want more of that game. So, I'm going to get a DLC for it, because I enjoy it. Not only does DLC give you more content, but it also allows a game to hold more length. And whenever a DLC is released, it generates hype and breathes new life into a game. If the game's particularly good, the DLC shouldn't be that much to hold it together, but a good game has a base to it. It's like having a cake. And the DLC's the frosting. And then microtransactions the shit on that cake. A good case of microtransactions taking over a game would have to be Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 3 doesn't get through their head that players don't want to spend $200 on supply drops unless they're T. Martin or Allier. And even though one of them started their own gambling site to feed this, probably, but some people just get this dream in their head where one day maybe they'll get the newest weapon in the supply drops, so they'll like spend hundreds of dollars on them, and they'll spend hundreds of dollars on them until they can get the DLC. This is why we shouldn't breathe in this shit known as micro DLC. Well, microtransactions. So, another bad case of microtransactions is, if you haven't watched my review recently, Halo, where you can get a chance to get a cosmetic suit of armor in the game. Usually from one of the older games for some reason. I mean, really, why would you ever want to have something from one of the older games, like the battle rifle or the Magnum? Or I'm getting off track with it, but they played micro DLC, fucking microtransactions, as a central point to the game. And doing that's bad for a game. If your game revolves around microtransactions to get new life into the game, then you're doing it wrong. That isn't how a game survives. It's how it gets hated on. Some games have good DLC, like, thinking about it, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. It's pretty obscure. Fallout. Yeah, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas have hit or miss DLC. Like, Operation Anchorage, for example, is pretty shit. Or, they have some shit DLC, is what I'm trying to get across. But for the most part, a lot of them are really good. Like, Broken Steel should have been in the game. Not like the story mission or anything like that, but the whole entire fact that the game doesn't end when you're done. And I know what you're going to say. Hey, Tom, every story needs an end. Well, yeah. The Lone Wanderer gets fucking old off screen. And we don't hear much from the Lone Wanderer in the expanded universe or whatever. But we don't hear much about the Lone Wanderer, so I'm guessing he, like, got old and fucking died or something. I don't fucking know. But usually the game ends when you want it to end, and that would be great. Because Fallout 4 doesn't end, and boy, does it get fun in the late game. Yes, you're going to say it's grindy. Yes, you're going to say you hate the settlement building. But who doesn't at this point? Everyone hates building a settlement. Everyone hates doing these copy-paste side missions from Preston. But the reason why you do it is so you can have the shiniest and most efficient base, and being able to say, I cleared that quarry so many times that it's just an automated response. And for new players, that's like, wow, I want to be like that. And that's why in some games they have the progression system. And yeah, I make mistakes in these videos. I'm getting off topic for a second so I can talk about this. But I sometimes mess up. Everyone messes up. Even I do. So whenever you hear me like mess up a voice line or something or anything like that, just chalk it up to me being genuine. So, back on topic. Progression has been a good thing in video games. Take Halo Reach or any shooter that has balance. Sorry, COD. Anyways, a game with good progression, like Warcraft, is like, oh man, I just started this game. I don't have jack shit. Then you see someone who's been playing the game for hundreds of hours and they have this epic set of loot. And you're like, wow, I kind of want that gear. And so that fuels you to play more. The greed in us, I guess, is what fuels us to play more because we want that good gear ourselves. Anyways, this video is pretty done at this point. Talked about DLC, microtransactions, a few other things. So catch you in the next video.
Mission begins in 30 seconds. Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.